Pleasant good evening, friends, and welcome to the Jarrell ISD Class of 2020 graduation. Things are still getting set up on the stage. We will have the graduation ceremony, of course, as soon as it starts, scheduled for 8:30, maybe just a little bit after that. But we went ahead and started the stream. Again, want to welcome everybody into the broadcast here this evening. The graduation will get started soon. Thanks for being a part of it tonight. Once again, friends, welcome to the Jarrell Class of 2020 high school commencement here in Jarrell, Texas. The seniors are making their way behind us. We'll have them as they come through the walk gate here at Jarrell High School. Thanks for joining us again tonight, friends.
Good evening. Please everyone join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, today I bring Jarrell's 2020 graduating class before you. I ask you that you keep your hand of protection upon us through this new time. Please guide our steps in the days ahead as we embark on our new journey before us. Grant us wisdom and make wise decisions according to your will. May the road before us be paved with joyous opportunities that bring honor and glory to your name. In your name we pray, amen. And now please rise and, wait, what? Please, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem. It doesn't say ladies.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, Kaylee Wilson, for the invocation. My name is James Larimore, and it is my privilege to serve as the principal here at Jarrell High School. I would like to again welcome you to our graduation ceremonies that were honestly quite a journey for us to get here. At this time, I'd like to introduce a few people who are present, starting with those on the platform. If you would, please stand when your name is called. First of all, we have the Jarrell Independent School District School Board President, Ms. Crystal Phelan. I'm also joined by JISD Superintendent, Dr. Bill Chapman. Tonight, under these special circumstances, it'll be the three of us who conduct these ceremonies. I would also like to welcome our school board members, Mr. Troy Clausen, Mrs. Rebecca Kirby, Mr. Bruce Epstein, Mrs. Tamara Dozier, Mrs. Jenny Arnold, and Mr. Kenneth Leverett. We're also joined tonight by Jarrell ISD district personnel, principals from around the district, and our Jarrell ISD faculty and staff. At this time, I would like to ask that all Jarrell ISD non-high school employees who are in attendance to please rise. Among this group, we have principals from the JISD schools, Jarrell Middle School, Principal Jeremy Hill, Igo Elementary School, Principal Jack Wilson, and Jarrell Elementary School, Principal Andrea David. Although we're celebrating the graduation of these JHS seniors, all of you have had a hand in this moment. This is true this year, even more so than others. The endless hours you have given in helping guide our students through the COVID-19 crisis has been time well spent, and the evidence of that is seated before you. No matter what role you play for the district, you have also had a hand in the multiple successes of the Jarrell High School graduating class of 2020. At this time, would all Jarrell High School staff members who are present please rise? I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to recognize you. Each and every one of you has had a hand in working with these graduates during their 4 years of high school, whether it is in the classroom, an athletic arena, the ag shop, the band room, the stage, the lunchroom, or an office. You were there for our students. Beyond that, you have each answered the call to respond in unprecedented ways to ensure our students' success during the COVID-19 crisis. You helped them through good times, bad times, You helped them to be the people that they are today, and you have helped them in reaching their dreams. Thank you. Among that group are a few staff members from Jarrell High School that have played key roles in the continued success of our seniors. Assistant Principal Marie Denson, College and Career Coordinator Deanna Chapman, Counselor Dr. Maria Garcia, and High School Administrative Assistant Mrs. Sharon Lloyd. The behind-the-scenes work that you all do is not always recognized, but is very much appreciated. Next, I would like to welcome all of you parents, families, and friends of our senior class. Will all of the guardians and graduates please rise? Seniors, give these folks a hand. During the current situation, you've had to act as teacher, guidance counselor, cafeteria worker, and life coach for our seniors, and they would not be here without you. Thank you for your support and for helping your senior reach this momentous occasion. Finally, I would like to welcome our Jarrell High School graduates, the graduating class of 2020. On a personal note, you all are my first group of graduates as the principal of Jarrell High School, and I could not have asked for a better group. The grit, class, toughness, and character that you all have shown as your senior year's trajectory has dramatically changed has been nothing short of inspirational. For that, you will always hold a special place in my heart. As this is the last time I address you as your principal, I want to say congratulations to each of you on all of your achievements up until now. But more so, congratulations in advance for all of your continued accomplishments. In pursuit of those future accomplishments, you have the advantage of taking with you the strength and determination you have learned as a member of the Jarrell community, a community that will always be home for you. As a small reminder of that you always have a home in this community, tonight when you have walked across the stage, you will take with you a unique challenge coin specific to the 2020 graduating class. In the military and in law enforcement circles, challenge coins represent your unit, the group of people who will always support and protect you and for whom you will always do the same. I hope when you look at this challenge coin in the years to come, you will feel a sense of pride and belonging that can never be taken away. At this time, our salutatorian, Valedictorian Kusinski, will come forward for her salutatorian address. Valeska has lived in Jarrell for 4 years. She has been a member of the Cougar volleyball and basketball teams. She plans to attend Blinn Junior College and has a tradition of academic success that is reflected in a final overall GPA of a 4.47142. Please join me in welcoming the 2020 salutatorian, Valedictorian Kusinski.
Good evening, parents, teachers, administrators, guests, and graduates of the class of 2020. I know many of us never thought that this day would ever come, so I'm thankful to be graduating today amongst my peers, friends, and family. I've been thinking about what I was going to put in this speech since I was in kindergarten, and yet I still struggled to come up with the right words. To start out, there's a few people that I would like to thank for the roles they played in the past 4 years of my life. First, I'd like to thank Principal Larimore for coming to Jarrell this year. Larimore, you may not know it, but you made a big difference at Jarrell. Your passion for education and devotion to your students has not gone unnoticed. I honestly believe that you changed the entire atmosphere here at Jarrell. And my senior year was full of more school spirit and pride than any other year. And next, I would like to thank Mr. Pryor for being a teacher that genuinely cares about his students' education. I've had teachers throughout my 13 years that assign way too much busy work and don't do much else. Mr. Pryor's not one of those teachers. Mr. Pryor made the transition from in-person to online learning really easy, and he really went out of his way to create resources for us to use. So I'm so grateful to have had his class for 2 years. I also want to thank our fantastic custodians for always cleaning up after us, even though we definitely didn't deserve it, especially Miss Pam for always asking me how my day was going.
Finally, I want to thank my mom, who is the strongest woman I've ever met in my life. We've been through thick and thin together, and I definitely would not be standing here without her today. I know it's been said before, but it really does feel like freshman year was just yesterday. When we first started high school at Jarrell, I know we had a lot of lessons to learn. Coach Hicks taught us that we're all champions. Coach Plyler taught us how to pass a class without doing any of the work. Miss Almquist never hesitated to remind us how much she loved us, at least when she was at school. And we really didn't expect that the last few months of our senior year would be canceled because of a global pandemic. If I had known that, then maybe I wouldn't have skipped school on the last day before spring break. I can easily say that my senior year, despite the crazy ending, was my favorite year of high school. I really came out of my shell this year, and I made some new friends and some memories that I'll always cherish. Friday nights spent at Whataburger, summoning Greg with a French fry tower, staying out till 3 a.m., making it all the way to third round in playoffs this year, taking naps in the library and in dual credit, and sometimes at lunch, and of course, graduating with you all here today. These are just some of the things that have made my senior year great. Today we look back on the past 18 years of our lives, and we remember all the amazing times we spent together. But tomorrow, we begin the next phase of our lives. Some of us will go to college, and some of us will join the military. Some of us will go straight into the workforce, and some of us still don't know yet. If you ask me today, what do you want to be when you grow up? I still couldn't give you an answer. I used to think I was going to be a doctor, but now I'm just happy to be attending a junior college in the fall. Many of us don't know what we want to be when we grow up, and that's okay, because we still have the rest of our lives to figure it out. So congratulations to the class of 2020. I'm honored to be graduating with you all here today, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. I know a lot of us dog on Jarrell for being a truck stop town with nothing to do, but you have to admit, here's a pretty good place to be. Someone once said, high school is like toilet paper. You only miss it when it's gone. Thank you guys all for being a part of my life. I can't wait to see what we do next.
Thanks, Valeska. Now I'd like to welcome to the stage our valedictorian for the JH Class of 2020, Emma Hanlos. Emma has attended Jarrell ISD since kindergarten. She has been a class officer all 4 years. She is a member of the Jarrell High School National Honor Society, Blue Crew, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and has participated in band, basketball, volleyball, soccer, and golf. Emma, who plans to attend Texas A&M in the fall, has been the picture of academic excellence during her time at JHS and has completed her high school career with an overall GPA, see if I can say all these numbers, of a 4.58181. Please join me in welcoming our 2020 valedictorian, Emma Hanlos.
Well, I guess now is going to be a good opportunity to find out if Principles of Communications with Coach Sapp has paid off. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Jarrell High School Class of 2020. I would like to begin by thanking Dr. Chapman, Mr. Larimore, and Ms. Denson for not only making this ceremony a reality, but for always making it a priority to make their students feel loved and supported. I would also like to thank all my teachers, faculty, and staff who have pushed us academically over the last 4 years. And finally, I would like to thank my family for their endless love and encouragement. They are my biggest cheerleaders. I used to think it was cliche to open graduation speeches by saying, "We made it." But considering that 2.5 months ago, we thought our diplomas would be emailed to us, I think it's appropriate to say, Class of 2020, we made it. No one could have anticipated the world entering into a global pandemic. This year was supposed to become one for the yearbook. Instead, it's being recorded in the history books. Senior year is known as the year of lasts. We celebrate our last first day of school, our last time stepping on this field as a player or a band member, our last picture day, our last high school test, and our last mad dash to class to beat the first period bell. However, due to unforeseen circumstances of COVID-19, we experienced many of our lasts without being aware of it. On Friday, March 13th, we walked through the halls of our school without giving it a second thought. We were ready for spring break to start and to get a few days off from school. We were unaware that when the bell rang at 4:20, we had just finished our last day of class in this school. It would be easy for us to dwell on all the things we missed out on during our senior year, and there have been a lot. Luckily, for the class of 2020, our senior year isn't defined merely by the last few weeks of school and graduation. Senior year is the culmination of 12 years of education. Instead of dwelling on what we've missed out on these past 2 months, let's reminisce on the memories we created and celebrate those times. I encourage all of you to focus on the good times. I encourage you to focus on your accomplishments. This is a pretty big one to start with. They say that people are a collective of every experience they live through. Therefore, the decisions we've all made while attending the school help define who we are today. Going to a small school has its perks. It's easy to find your way since you don't have a maze of hallways to maneuver. However, I will not miss going down Lover's Lane to get to math or English. I will never forget the lyrics to Bohemian Rhapsody. For an entire week in my freshman year, it played on a perpetual loop in BIM class. We were learning how to insert audio into PowerPoint presentations, and as much as I would like to say learning how to navigate Microsoft software would be my one significant takeaway from that class, that unfortunately is not true. I learned to be more punctual about going to class on time after having to do push-ups for every time I was tardy in Coach Hick's world history class. Even though I got some arm muscles, it's not something I want to repeat anytime soon. Making ice cream and chemistry, late night bus rides on our way back from away game. Late night bus rides on our way back from away game. Mr. Pryor treats his escalators as precious gems, and the dreaded bleacher mile. All those things shape us. The loss of Coach Kiefer shaped a lot of us. Some of us grew up a little more because we've never had someone that close to us get sick and pass away. But just because something is taken away doesn't mean you lose everything. We learn to step it up in good times and in bad, and as a class, we have done that this year. While we missed out on some traditional senior year experiences, we gained a few as well. We learned about social distancing and the importance of having a spare roll of toilet paper on hand. Maybe you decided to start a new hobby. Perhaps you contemplated shaving your head and giving yourself bangs. Never a good idea, no matter how bored or desperate you are. Victoria Patterson, the answer is still no. It's not a good idea. Or maybe you simply utilized the last several months to spend more time with your siblings and family than you might have under different circumstances. Tim, I know I told you I missed you and I wanted to come home from college, but I may or may not be ready for you to go back to Iowa. I'm just joking, but if you could please stop using all my conditioner, that'd be really great. Quarantine has provided us with time to reflect on who and what is really important. It has given us time to think about the future, and while graduation is a milestone, and while our class is making history with a unique and different kind of graduation, we should also stop and realize that this is just another chapter in our lives. Like a good book, every chapter has an end. We need to remember that it's how you write the next chapter that really matters. Today, we come together as a class for the first time in 77 years, but it's also the last time that we will come together as an entire class. So let's soak it up, capture the memories, and finish this chapter together. It's time to turn the page. The next chapter is waiting for us to start writing. Congratulations to you, my classmates, and I wish you the best of luck as you write your next chapter.
Thanks, Emma. Please give our JHS class of 2020 valedictorian and salutatorian one more hand. Mrs. Phelan, I certify that all of these graduates have met the course requirements set forth by the state of Texas and the Jarrell Independent School District. Dr. Chapman, would you please come forward to read the names of our seniors so that we may present them with their diplomas?
Emma Ashton Handlos. Valeska Ann Kusinski. Get your spots, you get pictures. Kaylee Diane Wilson. Isela Ramirez Ramirez. Make sure you look. Christine Galvero Mendoza. Macy Paige Louise Fitzner. No, he's taking them off now. He's taking them off now. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sophia Perez Robert. I'm from Corpus Christi. Eleanor Grace Platt. Good job, Miss Eleanor. No. Yeah, sorry. Maria Lisbeth Moya Gaschuzo. John Thomas Doniak. Christopher Michael Allen Jr. Sorry, CJ. Freddie Arroyo Rios. Lucky I like you. Ashley Joanna Arroyo Rios. Aiden Artea. Darren Cole Bailey. Benjamin Joe Barrientos. Grayson Riley Booth. John Paul Bruce. That was me. Andrew James Brindle. Sorry, man. Jacob Anthony Casares. William Cody Calhoun. Diana Lisbeth Camargo. Gabrielle Renee Carrizales.
Isabella Marie Carlisle.
There's too much space.
Alan Joshua Chavez. Joa Matthew Elijah Chavez. Glenda Yesenia Chavez Gutierrez. Brian Guadalupe Chavez Rangel. Thierry Azongo Chegg. Good job, Thierry. Ernesto Patricio Chora Sanchez. Jalen Isaiah Clark. Thomas Allen Clausen. Somia Natal Coxum. Jasper Dewey Compton. Oh, boy. Juliana Eileen Contreras. Jacob Tyler Copeland. Michaela Deanne Copeland. Colton Richard Dale Cottle. Nice boots. Sarai Curiel. Good job. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Jasmine Corin Danson. It's Corinne, wasn't it? There's no E. Yeah. Not really at their pictures. Mackenzie Shea Day. Best name ever, by the way. Chase David Deltuva. Mackenzie Arlene Dotson. Devin William Dusler. Philip Samuel Eleanor. Draven Joseph Ellington. Trinity Skylar Findley. You're fine. Jonathan David Fleece. Jessica Marie Flynn. Anthony Joseph Gaddison. That boy Gad. Heidi Gallegos Rodriguez. Brady Allen Gola. Nice socks. Charles Oscar Guerra. Gracie Lorraine Haig. Bailey Josephine Hart. Desiree Marie Henry. Alexander Vladimir Hernandez. Good job, man. Melanie Hernandez. Trenton Cash Hibbler. Tyler Aaron Hooks. Garrett Michael Ivacek. Hannah Elizabeth Jimenez Sharp. He wants it on there. Billy Howard LaFrance III. Jonathan Vladimir Luna. Rebecca Louise Martinez. Natalie Cruz Mason. Caden Michael McCutcheon. Jennifer Aurelie Medina Martinez. Giselle Mayado. Eric Mendoza Bayo. Harley Jolene Mitchell. Hey, good job. Jesse Molina. Ian Joseph Knight. Michael John Padilla III. Victoria Nicole Patterson. Gilberto Perez Jr. Jesus Perez Laris. Alexander Jose Pineda Guzman. Caitlin Faith Pensick. Cassandra Renee Puentes. Christopher Ryan Persley. Connor Andrew Puska. Aaron James Ragsdale. Good job, Aaron. David Ramos Jr. Mariana Rangel Barcenas. Christopher Rivera. Casey Noel Robledo. Aaron Isaiah Rodriguez. Ashlyn Blair Roundtree. Nice pants. Marcela Adriana Sanchez. Marissa Andrea Sanchez. Noah Ryan Sanchez. Charity Nicole Shelnut. Brianna Janae Shepard. Raina Renee Sierra. Diamond Ashanti Smith. Italian Perry Smith. Great hat with lights. Jeremiah Hunter Snelson. Marlena Danielle Spears. Maria Jasmine Tipton. Juan Pablo Valdez Navarrete. Augustine Joshua Valle. Haley K. Venegoni. Angela Barbara Villalon Sante Esteban. Matthew James Vrabel. I practiced that one too. Devin Darius Warren. Jalen Daughtry Williams. Shoes, man. That's some shoes. Kane Michael Wisemore.
Well, they already got them. They already picked them up. Look, they already got their hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're ready. Y'all ready?
Not yet.
Do not throw them yet.
Aim for him.
They all have me in their lap already. They're aiming.
I would like to start by speaking to the parents and families of our seniors. I know this is not the traditional graduation that everyone expected just a short 3 months ago, but we made it work. Thank you for the flexibility and support you have shown us throughout these unique circumstances. And as we plan this event, on the day our students were meant to graduate, we are so proud that we were able to allow you to see your student walk across the stage on May 29th, 2020, and receive their diploma from JHS. Teachers and staff, I want to thank you for the dedication, the hard work, the support you have shown the class of 2020 during their time at Jarrell High School and throughout Jarrell ISD, especially as we changed the way we taught, we counseled, we communicated, and we still cared for our students from afar during this pandemic. The one thing I am most proud of is that you continue to care for and meet the needs of our students. This event is your reward as well. Finally, I want to praise the Jarrell High School class of 2020. As has been mentioned before in the night, I can pretty much guarantee this was not the way that you planned on graduating. Sitting 6+ feet apart, wearing a mask, on the football field. At least we got good weather. It could have been worse. But first of all, you did. Mr. Larimore said the perfect word earlier, grit. Your grit, your determination to be positive and to keep moving forward should be commended. Your time in school may not have ended up the way you want it to, but yours will end up being the most memorable graduation in the history of Jarrell High School. And all of you were a part of that. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Go forward and keep being memorable with all the great things you do. I'm going to leave you with one thing, and I say this, I started saying this 20-something years ago when I was coaching football and soccer in Corpus Christi. And we said it to our kids every single day before they left the field, the weight room, wherever we were. Be right, live right, do right. Good things happen to good people. You're good people. Mr. Larimore.
Thank you, Dr. Chapman. Okay, we're almost there, guys. I saw you already picked up your hats. Good job. All right. Families, at the conclusion of graduation, please remain seated as you will be directed to exit in an orderly fashion by our staff members. We ask that you maintain social distancing and stay at least 6 feet away from others at all times during your exit. Your seniors will re-enter the building. No, they are going to do that. Your seniors will enter the high school and will be available for pickup at the front door. In an effort to maintain all safety protocols, we ask that you exit the stadium parking lot and pick up your students through the front of the high school drive. There we go. Class of 2020, please rise and take the extra cap that you already got in your hand. Friends and family, I present to you the Jarrell High School class of 2020. Seniors, throw those caps.
Friends,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your cooperation. Please wait for your ushers to announce that your row is leaving. Please remain in your area. This is for our safety for all of our families. So please remain in your seats until you're ushered and your row is ready to leave. Thank you for staying in your seats. Thank you.
Friends, that'll conclude the class of 2020 Jarrell commencement here in Jarrell, Texas. I'm Rob Hibb. Thanks for joining us. For Carl Schoening and Nathan Height, we appreciate you being part of this broadcast here today. And we also want to extend a special thank you to our friends here at Jarrell Independent School District, to Dr. Bill Chapman, as well as all of the staff here at Jarrell. We also want to thank Coach Amos Davidson for his accessibility, the technical staff here at Jarrell ISD and Jarrell High School who helped to make this broadcast possible, providing internet to us up here as well. We had a few moments where internet got a little bit tight, but overall we were able to get things out there to all of the friends, all of the families. And again, we want to say thank you to everybody for joining us. Also, didn't want to leave out Brenda Cooper as well. We appreciate all that she does here for Jarrell as well. Friends, one final time, make sure to hit that subscribe button to SHN Live on YouTube. You can stay up to date with the latest content, and we can help you live stream your next event. Visit shnlive.com. That's shnlive.com. One final time, I'm Rob Hibb for Nathan Height and Carl Schoening. Have a good night, everyone, and congratulations to the Jarrell 2020 senior class.